gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we are live with the first episode of Fear the Monsters podcast, where I am.
I don't see nothing.
Yeah, but you only see my. Yeah, you see my OBS screen, Mom. So.
That's why I only see Cassie.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but they can hear you, Mom. They can hear you. They can hear you, Mom. I'm telling you.
So how long have you guys been able to see your spirit?
My entire life.
How long?
Yeah.
It's entire life, Mom.
My entire life.
The first time I saw one, I was 8 or 9. My mom was in the operating table on my window, told me, "You're dead aunt." And my mom didn't believe me. She actually called me a liar, so I described what it was like.
Mm-hmm.
After that, my mom believed me.
I don't not see it.
I've seen it, heard stuff there all the time.
Yep.
Our other house we live in, stuff fly at us, and I see stuff there.
And well, you don't have to go to a specific place. In all actuality, every house is haunted because spirit is everywhere. It's just the difference between the difference of that is some spirit want to be seen, and some spirit, most of them don't. But you can go to Walmart and see spirit. It doesn't make a difference where you are, because where they are, there's no time and space. So it has nothing to do particularly with a house. It's just they are.
It's just a way of energy.
Well, like here, we had this dog named Champ, and he passed on, and we have been seeing him in our apartment. We have 2 other dogs, but we've been seeing him because he was our first dog, so we've been seeing him a lot in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's because your animals will stay with you. That's why they stay with you until it's time for you to actually cross over.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't ever not see spirits.
They cross on the Rainbow Bridge when they go.
What's that?
Mm-hmm. No, she said they cross over to the Rainbow Bridge.
No, that's not true. There's no Rainbow Bridge.
Oh,
there's no such thing. There's no such thing as a Rainbow Bridge. People made that up. There's no such thing. They just cross over. That's all. You either cross over into the light, or you don't, and you remain here as an earthbound spirit. There's no other place to go.
Oh, wow. Wow.
You remain here until you have stuff to do.
No, you don't. No, you remain here because you made a choice to remain here. That's why. And there's many reasons why they make those choices. Some of the reasons is because when you stand up out of your body, you get all the perfect memories back from your life here, but you always get all the perfect memories from all your previous lives here. And when you know you've been here a bunch of times and there's a possibility that you may come back again, they don't cross over because they don't want to have to come back again, because most people have been here many, many times.
And the
soul keeps coming.
Yeah, I believe in reincarnation.
They call it reincarnation. It's just you're coming back for a specific reason because you didn't fulfill your purpose in life.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's what my mom told me when she showed me heaven.
Tyler, you've been here 27 times.
I've been 27 times? Damn.
Yeah, you're on life 20. You're 27, so you've had 26 other sets of moms and dads, 26 other sets of brothers and sisters, 26 other astrological signs, which means absolutely nothing, because astrological signs only pertains to your body, has nothing to do with your soul. So yeah, you've been from probably 27 or 26 other places all over the world, and you haven't always been a man either. You've been a man 13 times. The other times you were a woman. Because you come in to learn lessons as each body. That's why.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Wow, holy crap, amazing.
Well, it's not the best thing in the world. You don't want to have to come back because the main goal is to learn lessons and fulfill a purpose. But you want to do that enough so you don't have to come back. That's the main.
Right,
That's the
right,
thing.
right. I know there's still more stuff that I have to learn, and yeah,
Oh yeah,
crazy.
everybody. Yeah, we all do. We're all learning all the time.
That's all we do.
Yes. But when you're learning, you are
That's like
you're just learning. You're not there's no mistakes. There's no right and wrong. There's no epic failures. None of that stuff. You are just doing two things in your life. It's what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And if it doesn't work for you, quit doing it. That's all. But there's no mistake.
Amazing, amazing.
Where'd Cassie go? Oh, Cassie's still over here.
Cassie's over there. She's over there. She's probably had to use the bathroom. You got anything, Aaron?
I can hear him.
No. I'm talking to Aaron. I know he's on here too, but once he stepped away from the mic. Oh yeah. Like I said, that's crazy. 27 times I've been here on Earth. Jeez.
It's not the most I've ever
Wow.
heard.
Yeah, Tyler, I thought I'd seen you around somewhere. Yeah.
Well, that's also the possibility too, because that's why I tell people don't mess with 23andMe or Ancestry.com, because the person you're looking up from 100 years ago that looks similarly like you was you. Because the soul that's inside of you now does not look like you. It looks like you the last time you were here. You're just another reincarnation of your previous self. But because every time you come back into the same family circle every single time. But sometimes you come back as the mom or the father or the brother. It's just a different time period when you come back. You just come in and you're coming back to learn different lessons. That's all. But you've been to heaven 26 other times. You just don't remember it, because if you did, you wouldn't be able to function here on Earth.
No.
That's like when my mom told you, Tyler, and stuff. When I played with Scott, I was the only one that could. And everything. And that was before the age of 4. And everything. I didn't witness the death, but obviously I was the one that Scott liked to play with.
Right.
And everything. And he went up to heaven and stuff back April 19th of 1994.
There's no up in heaven.
He said, "What are you doing?" Like I'm playing with my brother Scott. It looked like I'm doing.
Heaven's not 3,000 miles in the sky. No one goes up to heaven. You leave your body, you take a step to the left, and then you look to your right, and there's a light, and then you just walk in. It's just heaven is right next to us. Just not everyone can see it. And the reason you can't see it is because if you could see it, and you could see all your friends and family over there, it'd be like a glass wall. You'd be banging on that glass wall trying to get their attention. And what you would not be doing is living the life that you're supposed to live here. That's why that's why everyone can't see it all the time. But most people can't see it anyway.
Oh, I can see ghosts.
Ghosts has nothing to do with heaven.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like a, in the mind type of thing.
No, it's not. The ghost spirit are. And like I said, if you see a spirit 9 times out of 10 here, it's because you're seeing an earthbound spirit. They are not in heaven.
I've seen
they can go to heaven if they want to, but if they choose, they have to let go of all their pain, anger, sorrow, grief, guilt, and anguish, and all that stuff.
What about a shadow person though?
What color is your shadow?
Black.
Same as them, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I've seen one. I mean, I didn't know what it was at the time because I was only
spirit. They're just spirit. Unless you see one that's actually glowing the color red, then don't worry about it. It's just the reason they are coming through as a shadow person is because they don't know you personally, and they don't trust you enough to show themselves to you.
Yeah. Wow. My friend was always telling me about like shadow people and skinwalkers.
Yeah. Skinwalkers are just beings from another dimension. That's all.
Yeah. That's what because I used to listen to Art Bell all the time, and I always like listened to him in deep theory.
Well, the skinwalkers and all those types of things, the beings from other dimensions, they're actually not in spirit. They are just beings from another dimension that are able to come through here. just like the Hat Man. The Hat Man comes through here. He's actually not in spirit. He just comes through. But the reason he comes through is because he's searching for people like me who are able to talk to spirit, see them, hear them, feel them, and communicate with them. And the reason he comes through to see us is because he's more or less an investigator for them. And he's trying to find out how and why and what I'm able to do and see if they can reproduce it. But they can't reproduce it because it's not something you can just learn how to do. You can't go to college and just become a spirit medium. It doesn't work that way. It comes through with your soul every single time, and it is within your soul. It's with everyone's soul. Everyone has a little bit of the ability to do this, but the issue is what happens. You come into the world new, brand new, wiped clean of all your pain, anger, sorrow, grief, guilt, and all that mess. And when you come in, you're pure of heart. And because you're pure of heart, you can still see spirit because you were just there with spirit when you were there before you had to come back again. But what happens is we learn all the ways of the world. And when they do that, it's pretty much like throwing a bucket of bleach over top of you, and it takes it away. But there are some of us who are meant to have it all the time. It's just some of us wake up with it and some of us don't. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. That is true, though. Like I said, I've seen a lot of shadows and stuff, and I've seen a lot of them.
They're around.
They're around. Plus, I watch what these foot shows, mountain monsters. I watch those. Oh yeah, I watch all.
You know the strangest part about people who hunt ghosts is
What's that?
Well,
what's
up?
They're hunting something that eventually one day they will become.
I know.
They don't even
That's
realize
the crazy part. That's the crazy part. They hunt stuff. Yeah, they're gonna become that one day. So yeah,
they're going to become that one day, and then someone's going to be hunting them, or hopefully not. Because one of the things I do is I try to educate people so they realize what life and death is actually truly about, and why we are here and what our purpose is. But hopefully, if I can get out there enough and teach people what life and death is about, you won't have all these hunters anymore because they'll understand why they're actually a spirit here, and they won't be hunting it anymore because they'll just know why. It won't be such a fascination anymore.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a lot of those ghost shows.
So what you got? What got you interested in this type of stuff, Daniel? Like, what interested you in this?
I have seen spirit my entire life, ever since I was probably 2 or 3 years old, and it's not that I was interested in it. It's just this is what I am. I didn't realize that I was able to actually communicate with them up until I was 50 years old. And when I was about to turn 50, my wife went away on vacation for 2 weeks. And then for those 2 weeks, Spirit wanted to test me and see what I was going to do with this ability and see if I was going to move forward with it in a positive way. So for 2 weeks, I saw everything imaginable that you could ever think of in a scary movie, and I saw it in my home. I saw green and red mist pouring out of the walls. I saw skulls floating around with red eyes and fangs. I saw 7-foot skeletons walking around my house. I saw the Hat Man appear in my basement. I saw everything imaginable you could ever think of. It looked like demons and devils in my home. I found out that the truth is there's no such thing as demons and devils. All that stuff is bullshit. There's only negative energy and positive energy. And these negative energies and positive energies alike, because of the way that they communicate, it's a mental telepathy thing. You think you're hearing it, but you're actually not. It's coming into your mind. We just don't realize that. But you will realize that once you die, because then that's the way you'll communicate as well. But because they communicate that way, if they do something, if they throw something across the room, because they are pure energy, they can manipulate things out of pure energy to do the same thing. And if they do that, and then you think about a demon or a devil within your mind, they read your mind. And then what they will do is they will manipulate themselves to look like a demon or a devil, and then come through and show that to you to scare the crap out of you.
Yep.
Wow.
And they do that for a reason. Because
that's crazy.
Where they are, the negative energies, need more negative energy to feed off of. So as soon as you start producing fear, they're going to stick around you and feed off of you. But the unfortunate problem with that is then you're in fear at all times, and then they are giving you a little bit more of negative energy so that you will remain a negative person and become a crappy person throughout your life, and then they will stay next to you so they can feed off your negative energy. But in turn, what happens is people, they turn into this crappy person, and then when it's time for them to cross over, they see the light, they don't go into the light, and then they remain here again as an earthbound spirit, and they become another negative energy, and then it's a vicious circle. It just happens over and over and over again. But part of my job is my main gift is I cross spirit over into the light. But that's what they've given me. That's why my spirit guides, everyone has spirit guides in this world that help you make decisions. But my spirit guides are what we refer to as archangels. They are not men with wings. They don't have wings. They don't fly. No one's flying because it's a no space and time. They just are. And but they don't have shields. They don't have swords. I see archangels all day long. If you saw an archangel, it would probably scare the shit out of you, not knowing what they are once you see them. But yes, and when I say that I cross them over into the light, when you pass away, when you stand up out of your body and you look down and it's time for you to go, and you step out of your body, you look to the right, you see a light in front of you. That light is a personal light that everyone gets when you pass away. If you choose not to go in, because going to heaven or not is a choice of your own. There's no redeeming yourself or asking forgiveness from God, because that's all bullshit. That's brought to you by the people who want to tell you how to live the way they want you to live it and give them 10%. And that's bullshit, because how did they know about 10% thousands of years ago? Because the people who created religion were kings and queens. That's how they wrote the Bible. God did not write the Bible. But anyway, so what happens is if you don't cross over into that light, the light turns out, and then you remain wherever you are. There is one light that stays lit all the time. And the reason it stays lit all the time is because it's actually part of it's a soul. And that soul has to be in a physical body all the time. And for two reasons. One, so it can shine all the time for all mankind to see, and for all of the people who have passed away to see. And when it's speaking, the voice comes out, so that it's using the light and the sound of its voice as a beacon to go to, so they know where to go to. And two, it has to be in that body to actually physically cross spirit over into the light, to talk to them, to be able to communicate with them. And the light that shines into heaven is me.
Wow. That's wow.
It's no one else. It's just me. It's no one else.
So
You've never heard anybody claim that, because they can't.
wow. Well, is
Just
there
ha-
Willie? Is there
just
Willie
me.
is there Willie a devil or no? There's no devil.
No, Lucifer is an archangel. Lucifer pretty much looks like you, Tyler. He's got black hair and he's got a black beard. And yeah, no, there's no such thing as a devil. No one's torturing anybody on the earthbound side. No one's walking around. I mean, they may be walking around with the horns and a tail, but that's just because that's what they look like, where they come from. Because we're not the only ones who are living on a planet. I see everything. I see people, dogs, cats, horses, cow, fish, but I also see beings from other worlds as well. And I've seen them. They look like all kinds of things. To describe them, even to try to describe one, for me, when I see spirit, it's like standing in a room with 1,000 people, except nobody goes away, and more people just keep coming in. That's how many spirit I see in a day. It just never turns off. When I'm in a dark room, I see more. When I have my eyes closed, I see more. I see them walking around in light as well. People who have crossed over into the light, they pretty much look like us, just a little bit more transparent. And then the ones who have not crossed over are kind of a bluish looking see-through type thing, because where they are, it's a low negative energy place. But if they were in a higher energy place, they would actually look like us, but just a little bit more see-through. But I can absolutely guarantee you've probably seen an actual spirit who has crossed over into the light. We see them all the time. We just don't realize it. If you've ever been out in a crowd of people and you just turn around, you see somebody and they just happen to turn around and you smile, and then you look away for a second and you look back and they're gone. You just saw somebody who has crossed over. They just came back to visit. And whenever they do come to visit, they come through me. Any spirit that comes back to visit comes through a portal. I'm the portal. Anyone that goes home, and what I mean is leaving here, leaving their body and going home to heaven, actually they go through my soul as well. And anyone who is being born actually comes back through my soul, and because I'm the passageway for all spirits. So some people witness it sometimes. If you might even see it if the camera here goes blurry, you're going to know why, because that means somebody just passed through me. But I remember once I was sitting with my sister, and we were talking in a low lit room, and she was just asking me some questions because she has a little bit of ability, but nothing compared to what I have. And all of a sudden a big flash of light went off in the room, and she was like, "Oh my God, it looked like lightning went off in here. What the hell was that?" And I said, "Oh, it's just somebody jumping in." And she said, "What do you mean jumping in?" I said, "Jumping in." She said, "Oh, you mean crossing over?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "They're just crossing over." She said, "Does that happen all the time?" I said, "Yeah, all day long." She said, "How do you get used to that?" And I said to her, "You remember when we were kids 30 years ago and mom and dad used to feed us green beans, and then 30 years later we love green beans?" You get used to it. And that's how you get used to it. I see it all the time. It's just, I see a light above me all the time. It's like if I'm driving in a car at nighttime, sometimes I have to look around because I see light coming down from me. It's not the headlight. It's not the overhead light inside the car. It's just the light of heaven that shines on me all the time because of what I am. That's all. But yeah, you get used to it. People see it all the time. They see flashes of light go around me. They've caught it on camera. I did a live show with a guy one time, and he saw something come right in, right through me, and a flash of light went off. He was like, "Holy crap, what was that?" I said, "Somebody crossing over."
That's amazing. Wow, that's
There was
crazy.
another medium I used to listen to a lot was John Edwards.
Oh yeah, that guy. He's real. Yeah, it's a shame when people get answers like I do and like he does. They try to shame us, and they tried to shame him for a long time, which is
Same with
but
that
he's
other.
real.
That other.
No, what
medium.
about Teresa? Long Island Medium.
Yeah,
That
not,
show.
She's very gifted, but she's not as gifted as she once was. She is now using that ability for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, for fame.
Right, because what she does is she goes into a place and they have, say 10,000 people there. And out of that 10,000 people, within an hour or two, maybe 8 people are going to get read. So what that means is 9,992 people paid a ticket.
Yeah. Wow, that's
ridiculous. Basically watching. Well, there are a lot of people out there that just find it fascinating, and so fascinating it's more. It unfortunately becomes more like a magic show. It's not magic. I mean, the way that I get answers is they put thoughts into my mind. My thoughts are no longer mine. It's like I'm only like 20% me and 80% them. And then I get touched on my face for yes and no answers, and I get touched by different angels, but I get only one answer. It feels like a tear's running down my left eye, or I get touches across my face here and here and here and here all over. I mean, if you want me to, I could name off all the angels that are touching me right now. It's like 16.
Hey, 16. Geez. No, because there's actually, what is that, Mom? That one person missing in Michigan.
Yeah, I don't do that. Yeah, I don't mess with the missing people or crime solving and all that stuff because here's the thing. There are 2 rules in this world, and as long as you follow the rules, as long as you comprehend the rules, you will appreciate your life and everyone else's life around you. And rule number 1 is people die every day. And rule number 2 is you can't change rule number 1. No matter what, I don't care what vaccine you think you're going to take, it's going to save your life. Everyone dies. You will die. No one lives to be 150 years old. Besides, you don't want to do that anyway, because at that point it's going to hurt to pee. But everyone is going to die. There's nothing you can do about it. And the reason why you die is for one reason, because the soul is called home to heaven. And when the soul is called home to heaven, it's got to go. And sometimes we do something here that people like to call suicide. But what's taking place is the soul is taking over. When it knows it's supposed to leave, it will make that body do something in order for that body to pass away. But what people don't realize is sometimes it will make you do something else. They don't call it suicide Because suicide is, again, you killing yourself. It's the soul taking over the body and forcing the body to kill itself. But what they don't realize, like I said, is the soul may wake up one morning. You wake up in your body and tell yourself, I'm going to go to the mall today. You get in your car, you go out and you get into a car crash and you die. And the soul caused that as well. But they don't call that suicide, do they?
Nope. Nope.
They call it vehicular slaughter.
Right. They just want.
No, what do I have? What do I have? This rare medical condition.
Yeah, people want to put a blame on.
I have this.
That's all.
Yeah, I know.
When did you
I have this rare medical condition called rhabdomyolysis.
I'm diabetic.
This is where it breaks down your muscles.
Oh yeah, I know. I have that. If you see here, I'm losing all the muscle mass in my hands.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see my fingers are curling up on me. Yeah.
Like look at that. Yeah, I'm a rare disease. Not many people have it.
It's like my mom. She's got a rare breathing disease, alpha A1.
Yeah, it's a rare disease. That's rare breathing. Yeah, that's a rare one.
You know what your mom has in common with me?
What's that?
She's going to die too.
Well, we know that.
We all are. Well, and
We
you know
all
what?
are.
It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. So that's all. But should we worry about it? No, because it's going to happen whether we like it or not.
I mean, 20 years ago, I should have been dead because I got in a really, really bad bike accident.
No, if you should have been dead, you would have been dead because there's no such thing as a near-death experience or woulda, coulda, shoulda. If you're supposed to be dead, you would be. If you're not dead, it's because you're not supposed to be. That's all.
Yeah.
We just want to justify it. That's all.
Yeah.
You're still here for
that accident, Aaron. Yeah, it wasn't gonna die, so it wasn't your time to die then.
No, it wasn't your time because I'm here to tell you, dead people don't tell stories. They don't come back. What they are is when they have what they call near-death experience. Everyone is near death. We are all near death all the time because you could die at any moment. It's just the fact.
Exactly.
But what happens is you have an experience, and then they give you a message so you can bring it back and tell other people. That's all. Because they want us.
That's been my dad does the same thing. He said, I don't have nowhere to live. Yeah, he tells me and my mom and my brothers that all the time. Oh, I don't have nowhere to live.
He just wants to give you shit. None of us have that much to live.
Unless you're newborn.
Well, that doesn't. You could.
I don't
you could
think
still
that
die
even
at any
matters
time.
either.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like those people that lived out in Arizona and tried to find that superstition mountain and they died.
Yeah, not me. I live out in Arizona. I'm not going.
Yeah,
there.
there's some mountain out there. Supposedly there's millions of dollars of treasure from back in the day. Yeah, it's called Superstition Mountain.
I wonder what part of Arizona. Well, I just
by
moved here.
Kingsman.
Oh, you still don't know. I moved here a month ago. I know.
It's over by Phoenix. It's over by like Mesa. It's out in the middle.
Way up there. Yeah, I'm 12 miles north of the Mexican border.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Oh,
I've never seen that part of. I've never seen that part of the country, but I've always wanted to see it.
My wife and I were outside talking, and a three-legged coyote ran right past us in the street.
What?
Yeah,
a three-legged coyote. A three-legged coyote. Holy
crap!
Yeah,
had 3 legs. We took a picture of it. There's also where I live. There's tarantulas. There's scorpions,
rattlesnakes, bats,
javelinas. Looks like a miniature pig, except they're pretty nasty and mean, and they will attack you. And mountain lions as well.
Yeah, screw that. I thought I had it bad up here in New Hampshire.
Yeah, no, but it's nice. But you know what? It was 70 degrees today.
Yeah, it's 9 degrees here.
Yeah, I'm from Delaware. I know.
Oh.
I lived in Delaware almost.
No, Aaron's got wolves. He's got wolves.
Yeah, my aunt runs a wildlife rehabilitation unit, so I kind of help out when I need to.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's good of you.
Helps. Yeah, I mean, she'll pick like the wolves that get hurt in the zoo. They'll bring them there and they get fixed, and they send them back to the zoo or send them out into the wild.
We're all living in the zoo, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're all being
There
controlled.
was another medium guy I used to follow years ago. His name was Kevin James. He passed away though. He did an episode on, I think it was some medium show, but he was doing the Queen Mary out in California.
Oh,
that old
that's
ship. Yeah, I think that's what his name was. It was
What did
Kevin
he do?
something.
Did he walk around the ship to let you know who was there, that type of thing?
Yeah, he was like a medium. And he had
Yeah.
dowsing rods and everything.
Yeah, well, that stuff works because the reason it works is because it's actually connecting to your soul. That's what it's connecting to. That's why.
Okay.
And it's getting the energy from your soul, and your soul is telling it where to go.
Yeah, because I remember I used to, like I said, listen to a lot of Art Bell back in the day. Before his passing, and he used to have all kinds of cool people come up in there. And there was one group on there they called GIS, which was Ghost Investigators. This kind, and all they did was play EVPs, and some of them were, you could tell they were real, but some of them you could tell they're kind of altered.
Before I found out, as after I had all that stuff happen to me at my house, we actually had a paranormal group come to my house. They got so scared they didn't want to come back to my house again. Because they got so much information. They said it usually takes like 10 or 15 homes to get that kind of information, not just from one house in one day. But they did they used the spirit box, and they had me lay down in the bed.
Yeah, ghost box.
Yeah, I had a lot of stuff going in my bedroom. So they had me lay down in the bedroom, and then they came in with the spirit box and they turned it on. When they turned it on, it said words. It said Helen, Michael, Paul, Wendy. It said energy, light, unique, special. One time it said the word road, like a street said road, and when it did that, a car went right past my house. And then they started asking the questions, but one of the crazy questions was they asked that, "Are you here to harm Daniel?" And then this damn thing started speaking sentences that said, "We are not here to harm Daniel. We love Daniel. We love his light. Daniel is the light." And when it said Daniel is the light, I was like, "What the hell is that supposed to mean?" But I didn't find out later that I'm actually the light. That's why they're coming to me. But when we got done doing that session, I went out and I was talking to them. I said, "So what do you think?" And they were like, "Well, there's a problem, Mr. Jackson." And I said, "What do you mean problem?" And he said, "Well, we can get that thing to say a few words here and there, but it never says sentences." And I said, "Okay, but you got like a whole bunch of sentences." He said, "Yeah, it went on for 10 minutes. It was like an intelligent conversation. We asked the question, it answered it right on the spot." I said, "Yeah, I know. I thought it was pretty cool." He said, "We got to figure that out." And then he said, "We'll be back. We'll be back." They took pictures of me too. They took like 26 digital photos of me walking around the house. And every picture they took with me by myself or with me with one of the team members, I had like 15 or 20 light orbs completely surrounding me. So when they left and they said, "We'll be back in a couple of weeks. We'll come back with the big reveal." They never came back to my house. And when I finally got a hold of them 6 weeks later, the leader of the team told me that everybody quit on my front lawn because they were so scared.
Damn.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible. They quit.
They quit.
I mean,
What
I wouldn't
the-
quit. I mean, I get it. Some people do the ghost shows for different reasons. But
Yeah, the camera guy was walking around with a video camera. He walked into my closet. He said, "I feel something's in there." I said, "Yeah, there's a lot of crap going on in there. Why don't you go in there?" And he went in there and he got sick and had to walk out twice.
Oh God. Wow.
But here's the thing. The thing about it all, it happens every day at my house, every day. It doesn't make a difference what house I'm in. If you want your house to be haunted, invite me in. It will be in 10 minutes because everywhere I go, they are. Because they want to cross over or they just want to follow me around because they look at the light. They walk up to me all day long and touch me, poach me, pinch me, all that stuff all day long. You just get used to it.
No, Mom. Hey, Mom. No, because we used to have this dog Champ, and we see his spirit all the time.
Yeah, he's still there.
That's what I figured. That's our first dog. He was our first dog that we had.
You touched your mouth?
Well, don't say like he's going to continue to be around.
Oh, I know, because he was a black one.
I'm asking some questions. I'm being touched as I'm asking these questions. And the dog is actually attached to you, Tyler. So what that means for you is when it's your time to go, when it's your time to check out of here, you will actually see the dog as you saw the dog when it was alive standing in front of you. When you do see that, you know you're checking out.
Wow.
But you're going to be pretty old at that point anyway. But you're still going to remember them.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're gonna be an old man, Ty.
You're not. Yeah, you're not checking out.
You're still youngin'. You're still young chicken.
Yeah, I'm 30. So I'm 30. So what?
In dog years, you're dead.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because a dog 1 year, 7 years, 30 years, you'd be dead.
Oh, so
China?
dogs 1 year are like 7 to us.
Yeah. Dog years, 7 years. Yeah.
So 1 year of them is 7.
Yeah, 7 years for a dog.
Wow, I didn't know that. So my dog's like 20ish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
our dog.
I've had-
It's
Our
more,
dog Debo's 5, and then Apollo's 2. So
it's the age of their bone structure and how much it ages through each year. It's like 7 years to our 1 year.
Yeah.
That's why dogs only live to be 14 or 15
Mm-hmm.
if they're lucky.
My macaw will live forever, though.
he's like,
Hopefully,
I think it'd be.
Yeah.
the soul is forever.
How old's Jinx?
When I'm 12, yeah.
Oh, Jinx is going 12 years old. Jeez. The dog.
Yeah,
Jeez.
12. Hey, Tyler.
What?
Champ when he in 2008.
Yeah, we got him. Yeah. No, because
Let's see.
we went to, what was it? We couldn't take him to Myrtle Beach with us. We had to basically give him up to the cops to become a police dog.
Did you like Myrtle Beach?
But we survived that hurricane, 2011. We survived
I
it in
remember
the
that. I remember that. I went through the same one down in Miami.
No one survives anything.
Hurricane Irene. We was in a tent.
It's like that one hurricane. What was it, Matthew, that wrecked that whole Mexico beach down in Florida. They're still recovering.
Just remember,
Oh,
no one
yeah.
survives anything. You just keep going.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You're always no one's surviving cancer. They're just still going.
Yeah, it's like
What?
my mom. That's what she's suffering coming from. But, man, she's beaten it like 5 times.
She chose it.
Yeah, she's a fighter.
Wow.
The soul chooses the body.
What, Cassie?
Or sickness.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't ask for it. She never smoked or anything. But
No, it's not that she asked for it, but when she was a soul back in home, because that's where we all come from, she actually asked for it so she could learn how to do it. That's all. Because the soul doesn't feel any pain, only the body does. But the soul is experiencing it, so it goes through certain things in order to experience things, to come back and you go back home and just report this is what you did and how it.
So I wondered, so before I was even born again, did I ask to get rhabdo, or that just happened to me?
Everything that happens to you, you asked for it. People don't realize that. Even if you were to win $1 million, it's because you're supposed to win $1 million. But what the lesson to learn is what do you do with the $1 million? If you spend it all on yourself and you only think about yourself because you don't care about other people and then you hate people and blah, 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 and screw that, you're just going to come back again and do it all over again. The lesson to learn is what you're here to do is fulfill your purpose, and your purpose is the same as mine. It's the same as everyone on the face of this earth. As a matter of fact, if you look outside and you see everybody who's on the face of this earth right now, the 7 billion people, they've all been to heaven. They all had to come back, every single one of them. So when they tell you I'm more special than you, no, they're not. They all went to heaven. They all had to come back. That's what. So, but what you're here to do is you're here to fulfill that purpose, and the purpose is you are just here to help people just for the sake of helping, not because you can, but just because you should. But it doesn't mean just opening a door and saying hello. It means physically helping someone. Someone's going to come up to you and say, Tyler or Aaron, I'm lost. It's up to you to use your free will, your thinking mind, to decide whether or not you're actually going to move forward with that and actually help them, or you just walk away and say no. If you continue to walk away and say no,
I've helped plenty of people over the years, so
we help them throughout all of our lives as well, but we still have to keep coming back over and over again until we basically what I call fill up your dance card. You have to do it enough times because they want us to do it all in one lifetime, but it's not. They know it's not easy for us to do because we have to deal with just general life. But so that's why you keep getting sent back into a new body to try to do it again as much as you can. And hopefully the goal is that for that, when you go back home and you report back, because no one goes to heaven right away, everyone goes to a holding place for two reasons. One, because 130,000 people die every day and you have to wait your freaking turn. And two, they're just going to go over your life with you. It's not judgment, because there is no judgment, because God doesn't judge. We judge ourselves 1,000 times a day. Why does he need to do it once more? Because he just doesn't. Because all that stuff is bullshit by people, again, by religion and the Bible and all that stuff, because the Bible is bullshit. So they just go over your life and they tell you what you did and all the decisions you made and everything. And then they'll let you know at that point whether or not you have to come back again. And if you do, what's the big deal? To them, it's like you may be back here 6 or 7 or 8 days, but 6 or 7 or 8 days is 60 or 70 or 80 years to us. It's just different because there's no space and time there. But at that point as a soul, you'll be returning again. But we don't know it here, because if you knew everything you knew back there, you wouldn't want to be here, and you might just try to keep offing yourself.
I don't like. So you could come back as a man or a female. Yeah.
Yeah, you can only come back as a man, as a female. There's no other genders. I know people want to keep.
What about animals?
Around with that, but there's no other genders. They just want to have an individuality amongst other people. That's all. But you can't change parts. If you cut off parts and you put other parts on, you're coming back, because you're not learning the lessons in the body that you're supposed to be learning them in. But yes, you keep coming back as a man or as a woman. That's it. No one dies and says, "Oh, I'm going to come back as a fish next time." You don't, because there's a circle of life. There is a hierarchy of life, and only humans come back as humans. Dogs come back as dogs. Horses come back as horses. It's just the same thing. It's just you can't choose that. You're always human. Yeah,
so
because
you can't come back as a bald eagle.
No, you cannot. You might look good as one, but if you want to do that, just wear a costume.
All right. Or live where I live, and you get to see them every day.
Yeah. I used to see them in Delaware. I have yet to see any here in Arizona, but I did see them in Delaware quite often.
You see more condors than anything.
Yeah.
My cousin lived out there for about 10 years before he moved out here.
It's beautiful out here. I go out my front door and I look to the left, and all I see is mountains. And they're 5 miles away, but they're huge mountains.
What is it, Cassie? Your cousin lives out in Arizona.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Cassie's cousin lives out in Arizona.
Love Arizona. I've been here for a month. It's been in the high 50s, low 60s, but one day it was actually 80 degrees when we were around here. But it's actually, the temperature is going up. It's really nice around here. There's no humidity. It's like 2 or 3
dry heat.
Yeah, because out in Delaware, if it was 80 or 90 degrees,
it's all fucking humid as shit.
Yeah, you'd be sweating your balls off out there. So nice.
Yeah, I used to live in Boston. I know about it.
Yeah, but now I live out here.
Yeah, I've grew up in New England my whole life. I've been from the tip of Maine all the way to the tip of Florida.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about living in the East. If you know the roads, you don't have to go far to get there.
That's right. Yeah, I'll tell you, down here, same thing. We go in town. I mean, I'm 2 minutes away from a mall, and you go right there, and you just Google anything on maps, and everything's always like 2 or 3 minutes away, because everything's real close together. The area that I live in is called Sierra Vista.
Oh, I've heard of that. I used to play golf out that way.
Delaware is 131 square miles, 131 square miles, and almost 1 million people, 994,000 people. Sierra Vista is 154 square miles. It's only a part of Arizona, and it's only 44,000 people. There's nobody here. It's great.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you got the free will to go. You have the free will of go hiking wherever you want.
And you don't have to go get a license to carry a gun here.
No, you do not.
Because I can see all kinds of people, but I have no control of the live crazy ones.
Yeah, like out here, you get a lot of crazy people out here too.
Yeah, well, that's a choice.
They have they got this weird cemetery I've driven by before up in Charlestown, New Hampshire. You drive by it, it's always lit up with red lights. I never knew what the hell it was.
That's the lights. They put that with the headstone because they call that the like an eternal light.
Yeah.
You don't really need to go to a cemetery if you want to see spirit because
Oh, I know that, but I just always wondered what it was because I never knew what the red lights meant.
yeah, that's they just call that the eternal light. But yeah, I mean you have to ask yourself as a normal day person, do you hang out in cemeteries all day long?
No.
Neither does spirit, because they're already gone by the time that the body is put into the ground. They've left already. They're not even close to. They may go into a cemetery as many times as they probably go into Walmart. It's the same thing. They just are where they are, you know. Wherever you go, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, you wake up in the morning, you do your daily routine, you shit, shower, and shave, you go to work, you do your job. Maybe you don't do your job. Not everybody does their job because they're lazy pieces of crap. And then you come home from work and you watch some TV and you eat some dinner and then you go to sleep at night and you do it all over again. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, spirit is around you 24/7. They're watching every single thing you do, but they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care what you do because they don't have to do it anymore. They don't sleep, they don't eat, they don't breathe, they don't do none of it. They just are. But I'll tell you what they do there all the time is I see them all the time. They're making out all the time. They look at my light.
Nah, I won't say it, Tyler.
They stare into the light. They're not just making out, but they're going downtown too. They are literally having sex over there.
Yeah, I know. I have a T-shirt that says it, and they always pick on me because I got a shirt that says "clapping cheeks."
Awesome. That's what they're doing over there because they still can.
Hell yeah! Hey, at least the spirit world is getting some loving.
They are. They are.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're beating it like a dozen money.
Wow.
Yeah, but yeah, I always saw that cemetery. I always never knew what it was. I always thought it was just like something for looks.
No, they put these little lights up there for like people like to it because they call the eternal light. It has nothing to do with anybody. People don't.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, just
I figured.
They just do it for show, like they do.
I drove by the cemetery, and it was like 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, what the heck? There's red lights over there.
It all lit up. Yeah, yeah. You can visit. You can go to a cemetery to visit your relatives, but your relatives are not there. They just aren't. That's why I tell people don't mess with. You know, when you go out and you leave this world and you have a headstone that has a dash on it, don't let that dash on the headstone be the marker. You be the marker. Let people remember for you, and not some little dash on a headstone because because all that is over there, a cemetery, that's a rock garden. That's all it is because it's a garden full of rocks. That's it. There's nobody there. It's just a box of bones.
Yeah, exactly. Or worms.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
or worms. Yeah. Why do you want to hang out there? You don't want to hang out there. It's boring.
Yeah, it is boring. Unless you got EVPs like I got one night.
Yeah, well, you could go anywhere and get EVPs. All you gotta do
I know. It doesn't matter where you go. It just depends on the situation.
Yeah, it depends on whether or not the spirit wants to be heard or not.
Exactly. They're not going to come out on cue and be like, hey, here I am. Shake my hand.
No, because just think of it in this type of way, in this type of terms, how many spirits there are. As many people that cross over into the light, there's that many who don't cross over into the light. And there's gazillions of them.
Yeah.
Gazillions of them, but people are only getting 1 or 2 EVPs here. Why? Because some of them just want to be heard, and some of them just don't.
Like you'll get EVPs of ghosts saying, "Shut up, get out of my face."
Yeah, because you're taking up their space because they believe it's their space.
Tyler,
What?
Or I've gotten an EVP where it says, "Show me the light."
Hang on. Jesse's trying to say something. Go ahead.
Tell them you know me.
All right, I will.
They can actually hear they hear my voice all the time. So when regular people are around, they can actually tune your voice out. But they can't tune my voice out because it's always being heard. So it can always be used as a beacon so they know where to go.
They know where they are at all times.
No, our daughter, she sees the same light. What is it, all day long?
How old is she?
She's 6. She's 6
That's
years
why.
old.
Yep, still pure of heart. She's still able to. You know what that means for you, Tyler?
What?
That means she's an automatic get answers person. If you want to talk to spirit, talk to your daughter and ask her to ask them questions, and then she can actually get answers for you that you want because she's still able to do it until she gets the age of around 10 or 11, and that'll go away because she doesn't have the actual ability. She just has.
I think my
She's
mom
new in the world.
watched a show once, and it was called Medium Children.
Yeah, there are some.
Yeah.
I mean,
Our daughter's she's nonverbal. She's nonverbal and has autism and epilepsy.
doesn't mean she's not thinking up here.
Yeah, that's what I said. I told Tyler, some of them people that have all that disability stuff are some of the brightest people in the world.
Yeah, you know what else they did?
What?
Just like you, they chose that body to be in. She chose to be autistic. You know why? Because at this point, being autistic, people are going to learn from her, dealing with her, which means she's going to fulfill her purpose quicker than you will. And when she leaves here and goes back home, she'll get to stay. Those souls line up to get those what we call disability bodies, because they know.
Yeah, I got autism. I got autism and ADHD, bipolar psychosis, and the rhabdo and all the other health problems I have.
It's like when I was young, I had a really bad case of ADHD, but I grew out of it.
Tyler also has handsomeism.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because you're handsome as hell.
I know. Yep.
Tyler knows I had last year, and I can't say close enough, but a surgery that could have took at least 15 years off my lifetime.
Yeah, she had a brain and neck surgery back in 2020.
You will live for as long as you're supposed to.
Yeah, I was really smart, but the one little problem, brain squishing my spine. Doesn't sound too smart to me.
Yeah, the brain was squishing her spine. Yeah.
You'll know once you get back home that you chose that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lesson to learn. Just like if I pick up this pen and I put it down, that's a lesson. If I pick it up and drop it, it's another lesson. It's not a good one or a bad one. It's just another lesson. But the lesson to learn is to pick it up a little tighter so I don't drop it the next time.
Is that why I'm like so good at video games? Like because I'm so good at playing them.
No.
No, it must be like
some people
are just gifted. It's like me. It's like me. I can go to a band. I can go to a beat making program, and in 5 minutes, I can already have a track coming out.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
I ride a motorcycle. Not everybody can. Not everybody can.
I don't know. Some people don't like bikes. I love bikes. I love bikes. I've always been a bike person.
I love motorcycles in general.
Yeah, exactly.
Suzuki, Kawasaki, a couple of them. Honda. I've had them all. I like them all.
Mm-hmm. I like them all too. I mean,
big motorcycle person.
I go to Sturgis every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too far from me now. I guess it's like 1,400 miles or something.
Not even like. I think it's something like that. It's close to like 12-hour drive at least. Maybe a little.
No, Cassie grandma loves those motorcycles. I'm telling you.
Yes.
She rides them.
My uncle drives a Panhead.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, old school.
Yeah, I have a bike, my 2000, my Fat Boy, but I just ordered. I bought another bike. I'm waiting for it to show up. I bought a 2009 Lowrider. I'm waiting for it to show up.
Nice.
2009 Lowrider.
It's got to be driven here. It's got to be delivered, but it's taken forever because there's not enough drivers out on the road.
Yeah, the COVID and those boats that are sitting out in the water too.
Yeah, I heard that they're having a big problem out on the East Coast now with stores not being able to be enough food on the shelves because they actually have a railroad strike going on right now, and that's why it's so a lack of food out there on the East Coast.
Yeah,
crazy stuff.
Yeah, so I live in New Hampshire. I can go hunt and fish for my own food.
Yeah, we can hunt here. Just go outside and kill a three-legged coyote.
Coyote.
So
I don't know why.
I wouldn't suggest eating scorpion unless you cook
Yeah,
it.
I don't want to suggest or tarantula because we do have.
Or rattlesnake. Yeah, or rattlesnake.
I heard they're gonna get pounded.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't know. I haven't seen any snakes yet, but I in the neighborhood I live in, there's a 5-foot wall completely surrounds our yard, but
Yeah.
everybody has one, and then the whole neighborhood has one as well. So it keeps the animals from getting in your yard.
Yeah.
Everything's
Because
fenced off and gated and all that stuff.
That's because the animals are used to going through there. Now
Yeah.
there's a housing development, and they think it's still wildland, and they get shot at.
Yeah, well, there's big rain gullies here too because
Yeah.
of winds here. And I just saw 2 javelinas, those pig things, run right through it. So pretty cool to see. But yeah, they just run wild.
They're like feral hogs.
Yeah, they're neat to see.
They're neat to see from a distance, not up close.
Right. Yeah. You don't want to be up close because
I mean, I've dealt with the wolves on a day basis. Like today, I had one get his leg stuck in the fence out there. I had to go out there and pull out a fishing hook out of his back leg.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, what in the heck did you guys get into?
Yeah, no kidding. Holy crap.
I didn't know.
We saw it on the freaking on the cam. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, because my aunt has live surveillance cams you can watch. So I have to keep an eye on them, especially at this time of night, because this is when they are active.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's hunting time.
Oh,
It's hunting time.
That's only if something gets in there, which they had a moose get in there last summer. Oh, that moose didn't last.
Oh, I bet.
You got about 30 or 40 wolves in there. Yeah, it ain't gonna take long.
Yeah, like a like a scene from a movie or something, right?
Yeah. It was. I thought it was a movie, but it wasn't. It was real life. We were watching this before.
Yeah, the moose said, "Oh shit."
Yeah, he's oh shit. He can't get out because he's too tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got him, and then
it was like a scene from Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So Daniel, have you ever been to Michigan? Because have you ever been there?
No, I've only been to Delaware. I lived in Delaware, New Jersey, New York, New Hampshire, Connecticut.
Oh, you've been to my state then?
Yep. I rode my bike up there from Delaware all the way up there.
Where to? Laconia?
No, just I used to be in a motorcycle club, and I was in, so we had to ride up there.
I didn't know if you came up for the biker week.
No, I came up. I was actually earlier in the part of the summer for that, just for
just so you saw it.
Yeah, just a regional thing to do. But yeah, I've been to North and South Carolina, Ohio, but I've only we just drove across America a month ago from Delaware to come out here to Arizona.
Nice. But yeah, a lot of bikers ride up to New Hampshire to go up to Mount Washington because it's the highest peak in the east.
I hear that every time they go up there in the Laconia, it rains all the time.
Yeah, it's because it's right on the lake. Yeah. It's right on the lake. Like there's a boardwalk, a beach, the lake.
Yeah, no thanks.
It don't rain all the time up here. It's actually beautiful in the summer. This summer was probably one of the hottest in history because I guess like for 2 weeks it was 105 every day.
They have back in Delaware where I'm from. They have snow back there right now. They have 12 inches of snow. I just rode my motorcycle yesterday. It was 70 degrees.
Yeah. See, that's the good thing about living in somewhere it's warm and nice.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to what I would consider summer. The only other good thing about here is there's no time forward, time backward thing. There's no
there's no time change.
No time change. It stays one time. That's it.
Yeah, it's because up here, they do it. They do it because the kids don't want to get up early in the morning and it's still dark out.
Yeah.
Like, man, I used to get up when it was pitch black and I had to go to school with a flashlight.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we used to walk in. I used to walk to school every day. It was a mile to school and a mile back, and I was freaking 7 years old.
Yep, same here.
And my parents weren't with me. We just walked. That's it.
Exactly. I mean, back then you didn't have to worry about the crap you have to worry about now.
No.
Now you got to worry about pedophiles and all this other crap.
Right, grown-up people like us.
Yeah, well, but I'm not like that at all.
No, me either.
No, because in
What do you got
Aiden,
going on?
we have this college, Santa Heights. They said that's haunted. They said
Is it?
our one college.
Yeah, there is this one room that's boarded up. You cannot go into because it's haunted.
Oh, I'll go in it. Give me the door.
Because I have archangels with me all the time, and because they protect me from all negative energies, I can walk into any haunted house and nothing can ever touch me. Nothing.
No, it's a
Because they can't.
haunted classroom at this college. It's a haunted
Is it?
classroom.
Yeah, they might be
Yeah.
able to move shit around, but they can't touch me, scratch me, or anything like that. They
Yeah,
just can't.
there's a place like that in Massachusetts called what the heck was it called? The Seventh Gate of Hell, because no one's ever made it through the third gate because it's so spooky at night.
I could go there because there's no such thing as hell.
I know. It's basically these. It's
Where is
basically
it? What?
You can't.
Opera House is too.
Oh, the Quadro Opera House. Or yeah,
See, I thought that's what might have been.
they said that's haunted. They said that's haunted where they do the plays at. They said
The
that's
thing
haunted.
about that, with the hauntings and all the negative energies are there, what's going on? Even like Amityville Horror, that type of thing. All those negative energies are doing is they take up that space, and they don't want you in their space. So what they will do is do everything they can to manipulate things so that it will chase you out of there. That's all. They're not demons. They can't possess you because you already have a soul inside of your body. Two souls cannot take up one body.
Exactly.
Can't happen. Yeah, all that stuff is in TV and movies. That's all bullshit. It's not real.
Exactly. They do it for ratings.
Exactly.
Because it sells tickets. That's all.
Yeah, they do it for ratings because if they don't get a good rating, then people ain't gonna watch the show.
Right, to get canceled. So they got to make it cool looking. That's why,
That's why they hype. That's why they take a lot of those like Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures, hype it up. So when you do go to watch the show, like I thought this was supposed to happen, it never happens.
How many seasons does it take for one of those guys to every time something makes a noise, he goes and gets? I hear noises all day long. You know how much I get scared? I don't. I go, oh, what was that? Okay, it doesn't scare me because when you hear it enough times, you get used to it. Those guys are, they're just trying to make ratings on TV. That's all they're doing.
That's all they do.
It makes for great TV, though.
Yeah, it makes for great for TV who are fans of that type of thing, who want to know. But the thing is about the TV shows, they don't really know, and they don't really want to tell you the truth of actually what's going on, because if they did, their TV show wouldn't be on anymore.
Exactly, they'd be fired, and everybody else and their producers would be out the door.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
they get told what to do. They have like a transcript what to say.
Yeah, everything is scripted. Yeah, because in all actuality, you don't get what they get. They hype it up a little bit so it makes it look better. But no, there's no tortured soul.
Yeah, they act like everything's a tortured soul or demonic.
Yeah, they're not. They're here because they chose to be here. That's why. I see them all the time. I had this one little girl that lived in my house back in Delaware named Wendy. She's like 8 years old. And I saw her for the first time. I rolled over in bed and she was kneeling next to my bed. She had blonde hair and blue eyes and she had a blue and white dress on. Because every time a spirit comes through, I can see them for an initial second and I can see what color hair they have and eyes and all that stuff. And but she has no wanting to cross over. She does not want to do it because she knows that she's been here a bunch of times and she may have to come back again.
No, because supposedly I had a sister. I had a sister that I never knew about that died before I was born. So,
well, what happens there is the reason for like a stillborn child. The reason we have stillborn children is because when the body is born dead, that just means there's no soul. That's all. Because it's like a radio and a battery. If you take the battery out, the radio doesn't work. When you put the battery back in, the radio works. It's the same thing. If you don't have a soul in the body does not live. It just doesn't. The person I'm talking to right now, Tyler, I'm not talking to your body. I'm talking to the soul of Tyler. You just happen to have this name this time around, but because when you get back home to heaven, You're going to have 27 names, and then you're going to have your 28th name, your original name, which is your soul's name. Your soul's name is more of a sound, the vibrational thing. We can't pronounce it because we have this voice box that you would. So you're going to get home, and they're going to say your name, and you're going to turn around and go, "Oh, that's me." But they may also call you. They may call you all your. They're just because they know you as those names. But those are just human names, just like the archangels, Archangel Michael. Raphael, Uriel, that's not their real names. God is not his real name. We just call God because we say the word God as a name of all powerful. Just like, Aaron will tell you back in the day, we used to call Led Zeppelin the gods of rock and roll because they were all powerful. They were the band,
They were the band everybody wanted to be, just like the Doors.
Right. We use the term God in that way. Well, God's real name is not God, and it doesn't make a difference for you anyway.
It's like calling Lucifer Damien.
Yeah, same thing. But yeah, that's a bit of bullshit too.
So Tyler, since that's my name, that's not always been my name, right?
No, it's not always been it's only been your name this time around. It's not your name because you had 26 other names.
Plus you had 26 other names.
Yeah, you only have 26. You only have 27 human names. These are just names because God did not create words. God gave us an ability to make sound. We created words by using those sounds. So you can say any word that you want to begins with the letter F that doesn't sound like fire truck, and God doesn't care. What he doesn't want you to do is put that on someone. So you can say the word asshole all day long, but what he doesn't want you to do is call somebody an asshole all day long. Because when you're doing that, you're putting out negative energy when you're doing that. And when we're putting out negative energy all day long against each other, we're not doing what we're supposed to do, which is help each other.
Exactly.
See, there you go, Aaron. Because we all do e-fetting, we do wrestling, e-fetting, and we have so much haters.
Yeah.
Haters.
Yeah, wrestling. And
they
have the haters.
But they're haters, they're motivators.
Exactly. That's what I say. I mean, they do fantasy wrestling basically through a video game, and they run their own companies and whatnot. And you have a bunch of guys that will start nagging, blah, blah, blah. You did this to my character, and you made him look like this. And it's like, damn, it's just a video game. Just grow up and play the game and stop.
You know what
they do? They bring race into it. Oh, you call me the N-word. Oh, you're racist. You're a white supremacist. Like, what?
You know why they say that?
They say it so they get you fired up.
Because they don't have a high enough intelligence to actually have a real conversation with you. So they cop out and use that.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. I figured that. IQs.
Yeah.
I tell them that all the time. I tell them that. I said, talk better and study your IQs. That's why I say your IQ's low.
Just tell them I'm sorry. I can't continue this conversation with you because you don't have enough intelligence to go on with it. So it's all right. It's not their fault. It's not it is kind of their fault because they've chosen not to actually educate themselves.
What?
Our dog was special, has more brains than them.
I knew that was coming out. That is true.
They're idiots.
Yeah, my mom says it all the time. They're idiots.
Yeah, they just are. That's all. That's all. They just haven't learned the lesson yet. That's all. I know.
Learn the lesson. They just haven't learned the lesson.
I used to do medical records. I worked in prison for 6 years, so I got it.
It's like my aunt. She used to be a prison guard.
Is she?
She hated it.
Yeah, I know. I worked around prison guards all day long and inmates all day long. I get it. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I've been locked in rooms with them, so I get it.
It's like my friend. He's always asking. He goes, "You think Alcatraz is really haunted, or is it just made up?"
Oh no, it's haunted.
Yeah, that's definitely haunted. I mean, the stories wouldn't be out if there wasn't some realness to it.
Oh yeah, there's absolutely a lot of places are haunted, but it's not what they make it out to be.
They make it too Hollywoodish.
Yeah, they make it Hollywood so that you'll come and visit, so that you'll pay money to go do that, and then if you get poked or prodded or a little voice comes through, then you think the world of it. But I get poked and prodded and hear voices all day long. I just know they're people. That's all.
Yeah,
Or dogs or cats too. Even when dogs and cats speak to me when they're in spirit, it still just comes through as English.
But Tyler, I got to get ready for work. It was nice meeting you, Daniel.
You too, Aaron. I got to get out of here myself.
Yeah, I do a 7.5 hour set.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
DJ
on the radio. I work on the radio
7 hours.
station.
holy
New Hampshire.
cow. Oh, good for you.
I love doing it because I'm getting ready for Miami Ultra, which is the biggest dance music party in the world.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yes. But yeah, Tyler, I'll talk to you later, brother. It was nice meeting you, Daniel.
Yeah, later.
Aaron, be good and don't do any stupid shit, okay?
I try not to.
He's
and
he's got Facebook too, Daniel. He's got Facebook. He's got two.
Bring me, Aaron. It's all right. Stay up on those two wheels, sir.
Yeah, Tyler, give me his link and you can just pass it over.
I will.
All right. Nice meeting y'all. Nice seeing you, Daniel.
You too. Be good.
Doing. Stay blessed.
You too.
Wow. Yeah. Like I said, it's crazy stuff. That's stuff I never knew of. I didn't know I've been alive.
Anything else you have a warning to know about? I can give you the answer.
I'm trying to think. No, because when Grandpa died, what was it?
Still
a year ago or 2 years ago, Mom?
Yeah, you're still
Grandpa.
here.
Huh? Going on 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah,
and we never had a funeral. It was it was 2020, and we never had a funeral for him due to COVID.
You don't need to have a funeral. They don't really care about a funeral. The only people who care about funerals are people.
Wow.
Living people care about funerals because when they leave here, they don't care about money. They don't care about cars because there's none of that stuff where they're going.
That is true. That is true.
That stuff. They don't care about a funeral. They don't care where you bury them. Nothing, because it means nothing, because they know the body is just a vessel at that point for them to do what they were supposed to do. That's all. They don't care about none of that stuff. They don't care about headstones. They don't care about cemeteries. None of it, because it doesn't mean anything. You know why it means something to us? Because the only people who care about your funeral are the ones who are going to make money off of it.
Oh, wait a minute. My friend CD asked, what's the scariest place he's ever entered with a high negative spirit energy? Because he's from Kentucky.
The scariest place that I've ever entered?
No, what's the scariest place that, he has ever entered and been in high negative spiritual energy? His name's Cody Justice.
Cody, there's no actual place that I've gone to. It's my everyday life. I see negative energies, what you would think are demons and devils and stuff, every single day, everywhere I'm at. But the only difference is between you and I is they can't harm me because I'm protected at all times. Because I cross spirit over into the light, I have to be protected. But I see them. But here's a warning for you. If you see something floating around your house, so the black shadows are just people who don't trust you yet enough to show themselves to you. But if you see something glowing red in your home, the only thing that you have to do, or if you see it glowing red anywhere, the only thing you have to do is you can't smudge, because smudging will do nothing. Because you live in a place that you live and breathe, and they live in a place where they don't have bodies, they don't have lungs, and they can't smell. So every time you're smudging something, the only thing you're doing is setting off your fire alarms. They can't smell what you're burning. Because if that were the truth, then how come all the forest fires in the world wouldn't make all the negative energies go away? Because it doesn't. The only thing that you can do to make negative energy go away is by being a positive person. And if you feel something around you, it feels like it's being pressure on your neck and stuff like that, that's a negative energy around you. If you're being a shitty person, that's why you have negative energies around you. You have to try to be a positive person. And the only way you can make that go away, literally, start thinking about good things. Like, I don't care, start thinking about puppy dogs and kitty cats and ice cream. And when you think about positive things like that, negative energies will go away because they don't want to be, they can't be in the same space as positive energy. It's like two opposite magnets. That magnets can't hold that space together. Neither can positive and negative energies. So everywhere.
Is that why that whole bad call community, like when they bully us because they have negative energy?
Yes, absolutely. 9 times out of 10 is because they have a negative energy attached to them, keeping them a negative person so that they can constantly feed off of their negative energy. That person more or less is like a buffet of negative energy for them, because negative energies are more or less what I call energy vampires. They have to have negative energy in order to survive in the realm that they are. So they feed, there's not enough of it there. They come through here, find horrible people and attach themselves to them, and in turn giving them a little bit of negative energy so they remain a negative person. But being a negative person is your choice. Just like if you say, Tyler, if you were an alcoholic, I would say, Tyler, I will take you to alcohol AA and I'll keep you, go to classes and I'll keep you away from alcohol, even though that would be kind of hard because there's alcohol everywhere. But I will help you to do that. But no matter what I say or do, it's going to make a difference until you actually choose to stop drinking. If you don't choose to stop drinking, no matter what I say or do, isn't going to make a difference. Everything
I haven't drank since 2016. I haven't drank any alcohol since 2016. So
yeah, I haven't had one in probably 14 years now. But yeah, everything you do in your life, if you choose to be if you're a crappy person, it's because you choose to be a crappy person. You can choose to stop being crappy and be a good person. Everyone can, but it's up to them. But just like if someone goes out and kills someone, they chose to go out and kill them. Nothing possessed them. Nothing other else came to them except maybe a negative spirit said, hey, go out and kill somebody. But that person with their thinking mind made the choice to go out and kill that person. That's it. There is nothing.
No, you don't do it. No, yes.
And you're Justin. Justin wants to know what is the best part about my career? The best part about my career is people come to me for answers and I get them and I help them to help their own selves. And when you help someone every day, you know it feels good. That's the best part. The best part is not.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard these rumors. People make a lot of money being mediums. I don't charge a lot of money to do a reading. I charge $120 for a reading, and if it lasts for 2 or 3 hours, I don't care. I charge $120. They come get the reading.
Let me share this. Hang on, Mom. Let me share the screen. Hang on.
What are you sharing the screen with?
Oh no, because my mom's only sees me, and that's why. Now you see that, Mom?
She's not seeing me because I'm super white.
No. No, do you see?
Yeah.
Okay, do you see the screen with the chat?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's wrong.
Yep.
Yeah. Now she sees. Now you can see the screen, Mom, what people ask. So yeah.
Oh man, just went back up again.
It did?
Yeah, I got it back.
Okay. Yeah, that's my mom.
It's the phone. I got an iPhone 13.
Yeah, we got the new iPhones. Yeah,
maybe you're just getting challenged.
Yeah. Jeez. Like I
said.
Yeah,
no, right?
See,
yeah, but the best part of my career is I get to help people all the time. It's a good thing.
Awesome. That's awesome.
It says, what paranormal activity have you been in Kentucky or U.S.? Everywhere I go, everywhere, no matter where I go, no matter what I do, I am a walking paranormal activity. Spirit follow me everywhere. I don't have to go to a specific place. Everywhere I am, Spirit is around me all the time because they want to know how to cross over. I see more spirit in a day than anyone ever sees because they're coming to me for me to cross them over into the light. Me. I'm crossing them over through me. So that means 130,000 people die every single day and they come through me. Who else?
He just no, Cody there. He just lost his uncle recently that died. So he lost his uncle. So he
When
just
did he
died
lose
recently.
him?
What was it? It was last month. Sometime last month.
Yeah, unfortunately, his uncle, there's somebody in the family who wants to feel him still around them. They're not able to do that because his uncle did not cross over into heaven.
Oh wow.
He stayed here.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
I'm
he's
getting
still
a
here.
no. Yeah, I'm asking if he crossed over, and I'm getting a no. I'm getting that touch that goes down my side of my face like a tear. And he's still here, as he did not cross over into heaven. He can go to heaven anytime he wants to, but he has to make the choice to do that. He has to decide that he wants to let go of his pain and anger, sorrow, grief, and guilt, and all that stuff. But he has chosen not to do that yet, so he's still here. Just like Michael Jackson, he's still here.
Yeah, because I know my mom's mom, my grandma, died back in 07 from what was it? What was it?
Yeah, she crossed
Kidney
over.
failure? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's crossed over.
She crossed over?
Yeah, that's the reason when people says somebody just passed away, but I can't feel them around me anymore. It's because they haven't crossed over. They went to a lower negative energy place. That's all, and that's why you can't feel them around you.
Oh, okay.
The ones you can feel around you are the ones who have crossed over, and they just come back to visit. Because for them to move around, you could be in a car and you could drive 3 hours away. They could be sitting next to you, but never moved because there is no space and time there.
What about Richard?
Oh yeah. My grandpa just died back in October 12th. And
What's his name?
Richard Powers.
Crossed over.
He
Yeah,
crossed
he's
over.
over. He's gone. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
He crossed over.
Getting touched. Yes, he's crossed over. But he's not here. Meaning he crossed over, and when you leave and you go there, you have an opportunity to either go and live a whole new life, a just non-physical life, or you can hang around here. He chose to cross over and go live another life over there.
Okay. That's interesting. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you want to have the opportunity to live your life the way you want to, don't you?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Right.
do they. They still have the opportunity. They're not just hanging around here waiting to give somebody a message. That's complete bullshit. They're not doing that. They want to be able to go and live their lives. Everybody thinks, oh, well, I want to get in touch with my mom. Well, not always your mom wants to get in touch with you. It's just not the case. Because your mom was only your mom here one time. But if your mom had been alive 30 or 40 times, you're just one child of many, many, many. So it's just people,
like I said,
TV and movies have screwed it up.
I've had different parents over the years, right?
Oh yeah.
I've had different. Wow.
The thing is they're not really your parents. The only thing they do is actually just create the body. They don't create the soul. What they are is they're just related to you, because everybody in the world is related to you, because we all come from the same soul, the same family, the soul family.
Okay, so CJ asked, what happens if the negative spiritual energy gets mad at you?
Why would they get mad at you if you're negative energy? They're not going to anger you if you're already negative. They want you to stay negative. Again, that's a TV and movie thing.
TV and movie things.
Yeah, if a negative energy is like you walk into a house, they're not angry at you. They just don't want you to be in their house no more. So they will do everything they can to get you out of their house. That's all they're doing. They're not angry per se at you. They may not like you because you're now taking up their space. They just want you out of there. That's all. And they can do whatever they want to. They can make things fly across the floor. They can't pick up. Let me tell you,
I think that's why that whole he wants is gone. Yeah, they think we're the bad people.
Negative energies, they are not nuns coming at you with a knife. They're not clowns coming out of a storm drain. They're just not. They're just angry people who want to take up their space by themselves. And if you come in that space and they don't want you in there, they're going to do everything possible that they can to get you out. That's all. but they're not going to go, I hate you. So they may say that to you, and you'll hear it in your mind to scare you, which will make you do what? Go away. Ta-da. That's it.
See, that whole community think they're all big and bad, but that's due to their negative energy.
Yeah, you can be a positive person and say, you know what? I'm not going to put up with your crap, negative energy. You go away.
Yep, that's all you do. That's all you do.
Yeah.
That's all you do.
What else did I say? Oh, someone said curious. Curious about what? What are you curious
No,
about?
he was curious about that. What happens about the negative spiritual energy getting mad at him? He was just curious.
Nothing. I mean, they can get angry at you, but I mean, the only thing that's going to go bad in that situation is if you respond to it in a negative way, and that negative way is you becoming fearful of it, or are you thinking, oh, they're going to kill you or something like that? That's what they want.
Yep.
They're egging you on to see if you'll do that. Or you could stand up and say, you know what? No, not going to take it. Oh, you can break the mirror in my house. I don't care because it doesn't do. Breaking mirrors has nothing to do with bad luck because there is no such thing as luck. Okay, what happens to a negative energy when positive energy enters the same room? If you're a positive energy and the negative energy is in the same room, what happens? Nothing. Unless you get more positive energy out there, like I said, and they don't want to be around positive energy, so they may just go away. That's all. And then problem solved.
Nope,
until the next one floats into your room, because they're everywhere. All you can do is
I wonder how many spirits are in my right now. Like how many?
Do you want to know how many?
Yeah.
23.
23. What about the room my mom's in? She's in the room right next to me.
Right next to her? Let me ask how many. Yep, 17.
17, Mom.
But
hey, Mom.
just because they are around you doesn't mean they're going to mess with you, because they don't really care about what we do.
There's 17 spirits around you, Mom, and 23 around me. I know both of the dogs are in that same room.
The room your mom is in right now, there's 3 cats and 2 dogs in there.
Ooh. I know there's our 2 dogs in there with her. Our 2 that we
one
have.
One of the spirits that's actually in with you, I got my eyes closed, so I'm looking into your direction, is a horse.
A horse? Wow.
Yeah.
I must walk around. I must have owned a horse in my past life. I must have.
Oh, you may have. You've been here so many times. You may have.
I may have.
You might have eaten one.
Wow.
You might have had one for lunch.
I wonder how many times my mom's been in this world.
Here's another kooky question. The question is, what is the scariest spiritual negative energy that you have encountered? And you're asking me to tell you, is there a devil or a demon? No. Negative energy is just negative energy. No one is more scarier unless you believe it is. There's nothing like, oh, this one's a monster and a bigger monster than that. There's no such thing. They're all negative energies. It just depends upon how you react to them.
Yeah, because I think this logo I did, the scary monster, is that probably how the person created that to be scary?
Well, they may not actually be a monster. That's maybe just what they look like where they come from.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Because there's many worlds out there with many beings on them that don't look human. I see them all the time. They're just not human. They're not human. They don't look humanoid, anything. It's just that's what they look like where they come from.
I know these different hunting shows, Bigfoots and all these different mythical creatures that they hunt.
Yeah, but if that's what they all look like where they come from, and they all look alike, they're not scared of each other. It's just we see them differently because we're not used to seeing them. That's all. And then we consider them to be monsters. But there's no one being that is more scarier than another. unless they are alive and they are just treating you poorly, then you could have a human around you who treats you poorly, and we consider that person to be a monster. It's the same thing, but is there one that's more scarier than the other? No, I see negative energies all the time. They give me their dirty monster looking faces all the time. It's just, I know what they are, and I know they can't touch me, so they don't bother me. So I look at their face, and they actually do get angry at me because I laugh at them.
So what's the most haunted place in the U.S.? He wants to know what's the most haunted place.
The whole world is haunted. There's no one place that's more. It's just some spirit want to be seen more than other places. So what's his name? Justice?
No, his name's Cody Justice, which we call him
Cody.
CJ.
Here's a tip for you, Cody. Stop thinking everything is like a scary movie, because it's not. Stop thinking everything is like a haunted TV show, because it's not. All that stuff is fake. The whole world is haunted. Everywhere you go, it's haunted. It's not one particular place.
Nope.
It's everywhere.
No, because we're a ticking time bomb. That's pretty much
you're
what
driving in your car, you have spirit with you. You're in the bathroom taking a crap, you have spirit with you.
Yep.
I see spirit all the time. I'm standing up, peeing into the toilet, and I see a face in the toilet. So I'm peeing into the face, but I'm not actually, because there's no space and time. He's not feeling that pee. He's just there. That's all. They just are. They just be.
Right.
That's it. Yeah. There's no one particular place. They may be more prevalent in one place, but it doesn't mean anything. It's just because they just decided to take up that space and just stay there. And then they make themselves more known. That's all. But you have gazillions of spirit around you who don't make themselves known because they don't want to, because they don't have to.
Wow.
That's all. It's not like the TV. It's not like movies. It's not like, oh, this place is more haunted than that one. You could have 10 spirit in a place that are making themselves known, and 150 of them are just standing around going, what are you doing that for? Who cares? Leave them alone. Because they don't care. People don't realize that. They say, oh, this place has 10 really spirit in who are always active all the time. But there's probably 300 or 400 of them sitting in there, and the other 300 or 400 are standing around going, why are you bothering with them? Who cares? But in that realm, because they're earthbound, there's no rules there, because when you cross over into heaven, it's all about love. It's all about caring and forgiveness. It's all about that. So then they're not trying to come back here and scare anybody. They come back here to help us. But in earthbound, they have no rules. If they want to antagonize you and if they want to scare the shit out of you, they can. But in order for those ones to leave and cross over into heaven, they have to let all that stuff go. And some of them don't want to let it go because they like you have people here who like to scare people. It's the same freaking thing. They're just in spirit now, and they can scare you because you can't see them. Because they do it because they think it's funny.
That's crazy. Like, wow.
Yeah. It's just, that's what it is. But people don't put two and two together and realize it.
Is that why people consider Earth hell? Is that why? Like they consider?
No, they consider Earth hell because they don't get their way, because they want to think life should be easy and they want everything given to them. That's why they think it's hell. But here's the thing: if you were given everything in your entire life, you wouldn't appreciate it. Because if life was meant to be easy, what would be the point of living at all? It wouldn't be. It's not supposed to be easy. You're supposed to learn things, and you can't learn things if you're given everything.
That is true. That's true. That is true. If we was all the same, this would probably be boring.
Right. What would be the point of being here? You wouldn't be learning anything. And this world that you are living on is a learning world. That's why spirit are sent here to learn things. They come to this world to learn a lot of things that that you wouldn't do on other worlds, because on other worlds they have all learned to live together and take care of each other. There's no money, there's no power and control. They all live together for one common goal. Here we don't. And the common goal is to try to get to that point. We're just not doing a very good job of it.
No, because in those other worlds, there's not a president. like we
Right.
like we.
There's no president. There's no government. There's none of that. They don't need it because they all take care of each other. Why would they need that?
That's what I'm saying. I wish our world was like that.
Well, it could be, but we don't have much time. We're running out. We're not getting to the Jetsons in Star Wars. That's not coming. This place is coming to. It's coming to an end.
Yeah.
23:32. That's the end.
Wow. Amazing.
Everyone will die at that moment. And then life will start over again on another planet because we're destroying this one.
That's true. What makes a paranormal activity happen and what ghosts have you talked to or encountered?
I don't know who they are. They just come up to me and talk to me. Like I said, I see 1,000 of them every day. If you go to the mall and you walk through the mall and you see 1,000 people, can you always absolutely pick out one person and completely describe them? Neither can I. Because I see so many. When you have 1,000 people talking to you all at once, you think you can just point out one voice?
Nope.
Neither can I. Right. Right. Again, Cody, it's not like the movies. I'm telling you. Here's a for instance for you. So I was in meditation, and because I get a lot in meditation, I was sitting there in front of me like I'm facing this way, and I had a guy run forward to me. And here's what he said. "Hey, are you Irish?" And I said, "What did you say?" And he said, "Are you Irish?" And then, because in my third eye, even though I'm facing forward, I could see him run behind me. And I turned around in that and I said, "Yeah, I'm Irish." And he said, "Great, thanks. See you later." And just kept on running.
Wow! What the fuck?
Here's another thing I witnessed a conversation, and I talked to one of them because they don't see me like they see you. When they see you, they see your body frame, and then they see the light that's inside of you. That's your soul. With me, all they see is light. So two of them were standing right in front of me, and one of them said to the other one, "Hey, I think I'm going to go in." And then the other one said, "I can't." And the other guy said, "How come?" And then that guy said, "Because I murdered 2 people." And the other guy said, "Well, I'm going in." And I watched him cross over, and big flash of light goes off her. And then I said to him, "Hey, you can cross over anytime you want to." And he looked at me and I said, "Yeah, my name's Daniel. There's a voice coming out of this light." I said, "You can cross over anytime you want to." And he said, "But I killed 2 people." I said, "That doesn't make a difference. Everything you've ever done in your life is what you were supposed to do. Those 2 people that you killed were actually supposed to die at that moment." People just don't realize how things work. They just died when they're supposed to, and you did that. But it's all part of what you were supposed to do. It's a lesson you were learning. And he said, "Oh, okay." I said, "So you can cross over." He said, "I don't know if I feel good about that yet." I said, "Well, whenever you're ready, you can go." I said, "But you don't have much time." And he said, "Why not?" I said, "Because when I die and my light goes out, there's no more light. And you won't be able to cross over except for one more time when God allows everyone to go all at one moment. So you better go soon, because I'm going to die in about 28 years, and 28 years to them is like 2 days." And he said, "Oh." I said, "So make up your mind soon." He said, "Thanks." And he just turned around and just went away. That's it. But He did not cross over. Still hasn't crossed over. But for me to pick out one,
is he afraid to cross over? Is he afraid?
Yeah, he was afraid because, as we're all taught here, where everyone thinks that you're going to be judged or you're going to go to hell or something like that, when that is just not the case. It's not real. But because we are taught that our entire lives, we believe it's real. And if you remain here as an earthbound spirit, you still feel and think as a regular human. Whereas when you get back home, you go cross over into the light, you know there's a difference. You still feel like you, because what happens is when the soul exits your body, it will still retain you. The soul that's inside of you right now, Tyler, is not you. It's you the last time you were here. But when it leaves your body this time, it will retain you. And then when you wake up out of it, you still feel like you are you. You are still you. but then you either go into the light or you remain here as an earthbound spirit. But when you remain here as earthbound, no matter what, if you remain here earthbound, whatever age you died, you will remain that age. If you are over the age of 30 years old, when you die and you cross over to heaven, you'll go back to being what we would consider 30 years old. It's just a prime feeling, a prime age, more or less. But there's no actual age. You just feel your best. But when you remain here as an earthbound spirit, if you died at 89 years old and you were a piece of shit and you go, oh, I don't want to cross over, and you stay here, you'll remain all crippled up 89-year-old spirit. And you never change. You never grow any older. You don't feel any real pain, but you are kind of crippled up and you can't move around. So, yeah.
So that's why, like, going to church all these years and yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. It's God Club.
No, I haven't been to church since 2014, so.
Because it's a waste of time. Because, they just want to tell you how to live your life the way they want you to live it and give them 10%. Because they don't want to work.
So basically, all these pastors just want all the credit, pretty much.
Yeah, but the credit they're taking is their own credit because they're the ones who created religion. People created religion. God did not have anything to do with that. God and Jesus have nothing to do with religion. God and Jesus, God has been here for billions of years. Archangels have been here for billions of years. Religion's been here for a few thousand. It's created by men to have power and control over other people, to tell you how to live your life. No.
Wow.
The Bible is not real. The Bible was written by men. It was not written by ideas that were given to them by God. No. They made it sound like that so they could have power and control over people.
Wow.
And when they tell you that enough times, you'll believe it. Don't believe it because it's a lie.
Wow. Is that why there's religions out there, like different religions?
Yeah, which one of them is true? Which one is the right one? None of them. It's all a lie.
Wow.
And they can't condemn you to a place that they've never been because no one's ever been to hell. Because and especially because anyone who hasn't crossed over remains in spirit. They never change from spirit. So if they can't change from a spirit to anything else, they can't come back into a human body. They can't tell you where you're going to go and what you're going to do because they've never been there themselves because it doesn't exist. There is no hell. No one's being tortured. No one's being burned. There's nothing on fire. There may be a guy walking around with horns and a tail, but he's not the devil. That's what he looks like. That's all.
Yeah, so like Christopher looks like us, like
a human being. He looks like a human. He looks like a human, but what we call Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, Amenadiel, Azrael, Michael, a little bit different, but those ones, they look like, when I see them at nighttime, because I see them in my room, they look like 7-foot praying mantises standing in my room, because that's what they look like. Archangel Michael looks like a hybrid moose. He looks like half horse and half moose. He's got the body of like a horse with that short hair, and he's got like a wide moose head. He doesn't have antlers, and he's got his eyes are further apart, and he's got these big floppy ears, but his eyes are actually brown. They're not blue like everybody thinks they are.
Wow.
And he's not carrying a shield. No one is fighting a battle in heaven because in actuality, if you think about it, we were taught that demons and devils go to hell, correct?
Right, yeah.
So if they're in hell and angels are in heaven, why would they be fighting a battle in heaven if all the bad guys are not there?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Because it doesn't happen. Because it doesn't happen. Because it's bullshit. That's why.
Wow. Well, pastors. Well, if you're watching this, pastors, there you go. There you go. You guys have been lying all these years. All these years.
They keep up the lie because they make money from it. Because pastors are paid, by their church to be the pastor. So it's a job for them. Wow. But the job is to keep their flock there. Why do they want to keep the flock? You're being called a flock. You're sheep. Why do they want to keep the sheep there? Because sheep pay them money to live. That's why.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Because it's all bullshit. Right.
So
Why does the religion want you to pass around a dish and fill it up with money so they don't have to go out and get a real job? That's why.
That's pathetic. That's pathetic. I'm
They got
sorry,
to
you
be able.
bastard.
They got to be able to keep the lights on and to keep the heat on at church, so they want everybody else to pay for it.
That's fucked up. That's some
Yeah.
shit there. That's fucked up shit.
Because it's all bullshit. It's all lies and deception, so that you can keep paying them money. Because religion is the richest people in the world. Religious. They have all the money because they got it from us. They extortion right there, extorted money out of us, so they could be rich.
That's bad. That's pathetic.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
That's
They don't pay
pathetic.
attention to it. Cody says, "Thank you for answering my questions, Daniel Jackson." Cody, you're welcome.
Like I said, he's a good friend of mine. Yeah, great friend. You got anything else, Mom?
No, I'm just listening.
Oh, okay.
Just listen. I can't see you, Mom. Where are you?
Oh, let me see. Hang on. Let's see if I. No, she can. There. Now you see her?
Oh, there you are. Hi.
Yeah. That.
Hi. My name is Dan. I see dead people.
Yeah.
My name's Tammy.
I see dead people all day long. How about you?
Huh?
He sees dead day long, Mom.
Yeah, I see dead dogs and cats and horses and cows, and I see everything.
Yeah.
They're all still living. They're just not.
I have
They're all.
but I
They're just not connected to a body no more. That's all. They're all still living. No one's actually
I've
dead.
been asked to help people, but I don't have it. I see shadows, but I would love to have the full ability that you have.
No, you would not.
I would, I mean, like to help people and stuff when they need to know stuff about their loved ones and stuff. I mean, even ones. I would love to be able to have the answers to these missing people.
Everybody, like I'll tell you, everybody wants the cool part of my gift. They don't want all the work that's involved. So literally, once every 2 months.
I these missing people's families is missing, like Natalie Holloway happened to her, and we have
there's no point in it. There's no point because that person who died was supposed to die. There's nothing you can do about that. Everyone's going to die because they have to. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And if they got murdered,
it don't matter if they get murdered or not, Mom.
It was all part of a plan for them to die at that moment. They had to die.
We actually had a family member, I think it was 2002 or 2003, something like that. My uncle's murdered.
He's just dead. People put murder and all that stuff. They want to blame it on something. The system wants you to believe in that.
So, well,
he's dead because he's supposed to be. I know that. Yeah, well, like I was saying, people want the cool part, but they don't want the work involved. Once every 2 months, I get physically ill sick, meaning it's coming out of both ends. Because I deal with so much energy, it makes me physically ill. And people don't want that. They just want the gift card that help people.
I get people sick. Getting like really sick from like helping so much, and the energy they get sick from it.
I get sick from it all the time. It just happens. So you have to learn to either accept it or not, and not everybody wants to accept it. Plus, you have to do a lot of work as well, and you don't become as social as you think you're going to become. You don't, because when you pick up on other people's energy, you don't want to be around a lot of people, because a lot of people are pieces of crap. So when you're around them all the time, you can't stand to be around them. In the very beginning, I had 462 friends on Facebook. I lost 400 of them, because when people find out you're able to do this, when they find out you have this ability, they don't understand it, and what they don't understand, they are afraid of. people are afraid of me because I get answers from God that they want. And when I get the answer, even though I get them answers, most people don't like the answers because they don't like the truth. Because the truth hurts to them because they don't want to deal with the truth. But it's just the truth. I can't do anything about it. I can only tell the truth one way. I can't tell it 50 ways until one way suits you. You want an answer from God? I will get it, because when I talk to archangels, they are the right hand of God. So when I'm getting an answer for you, it's an answer coming from God. And most people don't like answers from God. They think they want an answer, but when they get the answer, they don't like it. So then they try to change it, and then it goes, they don't like the answer. They try to change it a little bit and manipulate it using their ego. And then it turns around and it goes bad. And they want to know why I gave them a bad answer. I didn't give them a bad answer. They are a bad person and try to manipulate it for themselves using their ego. That's why. And then they want to make me look bad because it was them.
Yeah, my husband got in the hospital. He's got pneumonia and hospital COVID. Well, we had COVID last year. Me and him and my other son Dylan was really sick. Well, my husband.
COVID is a lie.
So,
COVID,
we don't know if
COVID is real.
He's
COVID is real.
That he don't do what?
COVID is real, but COVID is not as powerful as the flu. COVID is a bullshit lie.
Oh, I know.
It's less powerful than the flu. More people die from the flu, but now they're calling all flu cases COVID as well. Do you know why? Because they want you to live in fear. That's why. COVID is no more real than a common cold. It's no. I do it. Than a common cold. You know why people die? Because people die. Even before COVID, people still go in the hospital to die. It has nothing to do with COVID. You're just sick and you die. Everybody does.
Oh, I know. Well, my husband is telling me and my sons all the time that he has seen the dead parents in our place, that they're told you don't have long to live.
Well, long to them and long to us are two different. Yeah, when someone comes through his spirit and says you don't have long to live, their life and your life are two different things, because they don't have any time and space. So they think that you're going to walk through that door into heaven in 2 days, but 2 days to them and 2 days to us is 20 years. They don't consider 20 years to be long, because then it only feels like 2 days. That's why. When you're getting answers from general spirit, when you become a spirit, you don't become this superhuman intelligent being. You don't, because no one does. They don't understand it yet still, because they still feel as though they are human. So 2 days to them where they are feels like 20 years, is 20 years to us. Them telling you don't have long to live, they are right, but to them it only feels like 2 days, because there's no time and space. They just go. They don't stop. They don't sleep. They don't eat. They don't breathe. They don't, none of that stuff. They just go. So it never feels like time is passing by for them. So but if it does, it feels like 2 days. But for you, it's actually 20 years. And that's why they're telling you don't have long to live, because you really don't. Yeah. But you do.
I lost my mom in 2007. I was her caregiver. And I lost my dad in 2016 from Alzheimer's.
You know what you lost them from?
Me and my dad wasn't close, because my dad was growing up, locking me up. So then my dad went to prison when I was 13.
Do you know what they really died from?
No, I wasn't close.
He died of his name was Donald Pinter. Yeah, Donald Pinter. Yeah, Donald Pinter.
Do you know what he really died from?
What?
Same thing you're going to die from. Death. Everybody dies. People just put a name on it. Oh, yeah. He got sick from this. He got sick from that. No, it was just his time to die. That's all. No big deal. Everybody, it happens to everybody. When you die, you're not going to care. You're not going to care about it. You're going to know that it was just a step to take. You're leaving one place.
So that's why they label everything. oh, you got
Yeah.
murdered, or you died of
Yeah.
cancer, or
Yeah, so they can blame it on something. They want to blame it on something or someone, but there's no blame. You want to blame somebody? Blame God, because he only gave you a certain amount of time to be here. That's all. But you can't blame him, because you know when you do die, it was time for you to die. You will know it then. You just don't know it now.
So
But
we was like so
body,
time. So COVID's bullshit.
yeah, it is. It's just another thing we have. We have many things. We have cancer. We have the flu. You have Ebola. You have all kind. You eat the wrong food, you can die. There's many things, but it's all still the same thing. If you die, you just die. That's it. They want you to think that when you're dead, you're suffering. You're not. They want you to rest in peace. You're not. No one rests in peace, because no one resting. You still just go. It's all a lie, in order to keep you in fear of everything, because fear
That's why
generates.
Like I said, people still get COVID even getting that vaccine, or that. Like
Right.
I said, that vaccine don't work. It don't work.
My sister-in-law had got the first shot, and then she got COVID, and then after she recovered, she got the second shot and the booster, and then got COVID again.
It
The
don't
shot
work.
is not going to prevent you from dying. Nothing can prevent you from dying. Just do.
Yep, that's just the
What
way.
you're getting a shot is wasting your time, because you're still going to die. Betty White just died at 99 years old, and they said she got this shot and that's what killed her. No, you know what killed her? She was 99 fucking years old.
Oh, Bob Saget just died. He was 65.
Yeah, because you know why? Because we're all here for either 5 seconds, 5 hours, 5 days, 50 years, we're all here for as long as we're supposed to be here. You just die when you're supposed to, but people want to sensationalize it so you can feel sorry for them, so you can continue to go out and work, make money for the world. That's all.
So was it Bob Saget his time when he died at 65?
Yep, that's it. But they want you to go out and feel sorry for him and all this stuff. And he's perfectly fine where he's at. He doesn't want anybody to feel sorry for him. He's feeling great right now, because there is no pain there. There's no suffering there. You don't break bones when you're there. You feel great when you're there, and you don't have
body weight. They found him dead in his hotel room. They found him dead in his hotel room.
People are found dead everywhere.
I know.
No one dies suddenly. No one dies because they died too soon. You just die, and you could be sitting in a chair and die. You could be sitting on the toilet taking a crap and die, like Elvis did. You could be walking down the street and drop dead, and that's it. Because we die everywhere, but they want to put a circumstance. They want to put a blame to it. That's all. Oh, he died because he took too many drugs. Well, maybe all you're killing is the body. You're not killing the soul.
Nope. They're going to say that Bob Saget died of a heart attack. That's what they're thinking.
Yeah, of course.
That he died.
Yeah. What happened? He died. His body expired. That's all.
See?
Nothing more. Nothing more.
See, folks. Bull crap. There you go. There you go, folks.
Yes. Total bull crap. Religion,
bull crap.
Bible.
There you go.
Yep. Bible, bull crap.
There you go.
It's all a lie. It's all a lie to keep you working, to keep you out there producing more money so everybody else can have more power and control over us. That's all it's for. It's all about the almighty dollar. Yep, it's about the almighty dollar. That's it.
And we are almost at 2 hours. Jeez.
With money is power and control. Yes.
Money is almost at 2 hours, folks. Yeah.
Any more questions? Anybody got any questions?
Aaron put, nice meeting you, Daniel. That's what Aaron put.
Nice meeting you, Aaron. Now get up and go to work on the railroad do your DJ.
That's what he does. That's what he does.
I do this for a living. I talk to dead people for a living.
Yep.
I get answers. I get answers from people. That's what I do for a living.
Yep. So I don't think there's any. No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, I'm going to get out of here. I actually have to get up early in the morning too myself. So.
Yeah. Well, thanks everyone for this first episode of the Fear the Monsters podcast, folks. Like I said, anytime, more people. Like I said, I do this all the time. I'm a podcaster. This is what I do.
Me too. I'm a podcaster as well.
Yeah. See,
I have a show called Beyond the Veil with Daniel Jackson, or if anybody wants to get a reading with me, they can contact me at www.spiritmediumdaniel.com or find me at Facebook at spiritmediumdaniel.com or find me on YouTube at Spirit Medium Daniel. I'm all over the place. Just find Spirit Medium Daniel, look it up, and if you need to get a reading with me or need some spiritual advice, get a hold of me.
Yep. See, there you go. Well, like I said, thanks, Daniel, for coming on. You're welcome. Like I said, welcome anytime. Just hit me up.
Awesome. Cool beans, I will.
Sounds good.
And here's my advice. Here's my advice to you and your audience. Be good and don't do any stupid shit.
There you go. There you go, folks. That's the key of the day. That's your key of the day.
That's the key.
Well, thanks all for watching. Yep. We will see y'all next time. See you, Daniel.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Yep. See ya.
Bye, Mom.
Bye. Nice meeting you, Daniel.
You too. Nice to meet you. Be good.
Yeah, we will see y'all next time. Peace.
Be good. He's watching you.